Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Fishing Cornwall. Today we're going to be tying a bait fish imitation. This is a basic fly. Beginners, very easy for them. But this is the same sort of as a cat's whisker, but it's better in murky water because it's got this high vis body here, so they can see that easily, and the marabou just pulsates. And this fly can be tied with any sort of marabou and coloured body. Right, so the thread we're using is just high vis orange, and the hook is a size 8 long shank streamer hook. I'm just going to start by making our wraps, and there is going to be some trout fishing videos coming up. We're going to be doing some fly fishing up at Meadow trout fishery in the winter there, and the fly I'd probably be using is probably this one. So you want to just, as it's all done then, took off the excess thread, and you want to stop about in line here with the point. Now we need to do our tail, so for that we're using black marabou, and you want the short bit, so let's get more. This bit here looks good, but you want it more bushy than long. So we measured that up. Tie that in. Now with marabou, you want to do 2 loose wraps and 1 tight wrap, and that will sit far much better on the hook. See, if you do loose ones it will roll, if you do tight ones it will roll. So 2 loose ones, 1 tight one, and then a tight one over that to fix it in place. Now I'm just going to trim back this bit here, and come down, so it looks about right. That looks about right, and then you just want to start building up. Just tie all that down. It doesn't matter if there's a bit showing. Now for the body, which is that high vis wool, we're just using some high vis green. On the packet it says it's fluoro lime, so this stuff's quite good as well. It's very good for buzzers. So I'm going to cut off about 10 centimeters of it, and with this end, I don't know if you can see, but it's all bits and going everywhere. So what you want to do is just get it wet and roll. So wet and roll, and that is much easier to tie in than this bit here is all, because when you tie down it'll split, so it'll be quite hard to tie in. It'll go like that. And also with this stuff it's quite springy, so this is the putting this stuff in is probably the hardest part of the fly. And you just want to come down nice even wraps to about 2 millimeters off the eye of the hook, like that. And with this, just want to do nice tight wraps and trying to make the body as even as possible and have them overlapping a little bit, so you know there isn't any orange showing. That's why you needed to cut off so much, so there isn't any showing. When you get there, you tie it in, and pull this so it's nice and tight, so you know it's tight. Chop it away, now make your head. Now you can actually use this fly like that, So you could just whip finish now, but I like to add in the top wing because it gives it more pulsation in the water, so it looks better. So black marabou again, nice long bit. Yeah, that's nice a bit. Get that. Get that on top, and same again, 2 loose ones, 1 tight one, and that will sit far much better on the hook. And then the same as last time, just want to get that, trim it back, and then try and make this bit as neat as possible, because this is the head. So nice, close, tight, even wraps. So now you just want to finish it off. You want to get your whip finish tool. With that, just whip finish up. And if you want to know how to whip finish, there'll be a video of that coming soon as well. And then you just want to come up, pop it off with your bobbin, just pull. This will come down nice and tight. Just wiggle it away, give your bobbin a nice pull, and then get that nice and tight. And come in with your snips, and just snip off that tag end. And now, to finish it off, you can just finish it off like that, but to make sure those threads don't come undone, put some varnish in. So that's just some Lara Flash varnish. The reason why I use this stuff is it's really good and it's really cheap, rather than like Bug Bond or epoxy, which is quite expensive. And I'd probably say this is just as equally good, but the only downside to it is you have to let it dry. And it takes quite a while to dry as well. So if you're tying the night before you go, I would use something like a epoxy resin or a Bug Bond. But you don't want to overload the head with it, but you want to have enough, and it doesn't matter if you get it on the eye, because you can just get a needle or even another hook on the point of the hook and just poke a hole through that so you can put your line through. Now with this fly, instead of this orange head here, you can have a gold head if you want to get it down if you're in the winter, or you can put some lead wire or cut out a sheet of lead. So just want to cut a strip of that and just wind it around the body, and that'll work. And then that'll just leave it to dry. And when it's dry, you'll have something come out like that. And also, if you want to, you can add a little bit on the bottom here, just a little bit more on there. You can just add a little bit on, but you've got to be careful because you can glue the marabou to that, and then the fly's rubbish. So that's that. Now let's go and see what it looks like underwater. Now, as you can see, the marabou on the fly pulsates a lot, so this is quite good. It adds a lifelike characteristic to it. But the only problem is the fly is bottom heavy, so that means the bottom sinks before the head. Now, a good fly will sink the head first, but if you tied this with a gold head, it would be fine. And also, on a jerky retrieve, that marabou pulsates a lot, which gives it a good characteristic. And if I was to tie it again, I would put some flash into it.